Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Welcome back to the Black Album, your boy, Brother Kush. This one is going to be controversial, my brothers and sisters, but I need to say this here. I'm going to jump right into it. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive notification I drop more videos. Make sure you hit the bell icon because I do not trigger the algorithm. You don't hit the icon, YouTube will not notify when I drop more videos. Or you have to come back to the channel and check. And participate in the channel. Don't look at the channel in the in-live feed. Click it on so that you can help the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? And drop something in the comment section, an emoji, anything. Just drop something in the comment section. Help the algorithm. But let me say this before I get started. Know this. All you liberal fools, before you come in here and comment, you need to listen to what I'm about to say. You need to hear this. And all you conservative fools, before you come in here patting me on the back, you need to also hear this because I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say. I'm not about to say what you think I'm about to say, and you liberal fools, I'm not about to say what y'all think I'm about to say. So y'all need to listen to this because you got to remember, I don't take sides. I just look at the truth. I look at the big picture of things, and this is how I judge things. I don't care about y'all politics. I don't partake in that stuff. I don't vote. I don't do political parties. I'm not partisan. I don't do these things. So how I'm about to judge this situation is based on just how I'm looking at it as a bystander observing, right? That's what I'm about to do. So let me jump right into this here. Let me say this here and let me be crystal clear about this. I just listened to State Representative Angie Nixon, I think that's her name, crying, talking about, how Governor DeSantis' racist rhetoric is the reason why, these shootings are happening. He's activating and triggering these people. It's called stochastic terrorism, actually. When certain type of propaganda is out there, it's a matter of time before somebody act upon it. The reaction is statistically predictable, but to what extent and who will do it is not predictable. So in other words, they know somebody's going to snap sooner or later and do something, right? And State Representative Angie Nixon, she was blaming DeSantis for these shootings down in Florida, these racially motivated shootings. And I hate to say it, but I stand by DeSantis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I'm with the guy. I hate to say it, I'm with him. He stood 10 toes down against that Kojo stuff. He didn't go for it. Florida was one of the first states to tell Biden, nah, F you, we ain't playing these games with you behind this COVID stuff, you know what I'm saying? Followed by Georgia. And look, I'm with him. And then Texas, where I happen to live, you know what I'm saying? Technically, New Orleans never shut down, really, being a liberal city, you know what I'm saying? More of a democratic city. It never really shut down where I'm born and raised, you know what I'm saying? But I live in Texas. And the governor out here in Texas didn't play that stuff either. And I'm support all that. But let me say this here. Here's the problem that black people have to understand. You cannot put yourself on the front line for everybody's cause and not expect a reaction. I don't know where you liberals come from. Too many of y'all, particularly you black liberal women, y'all come from this mindset where you should be able to do anything you want without consequence, without reaction, without recourse. Real life doesn't work that way. You cannot antagonize people, poke your thumb at people, your finger at people, because that's what you're doing when you make yourself the face of everybody's cause. You cannot champion LGBT, ABCD causes and trans causes and all these causes, immigrant causes. You cannot be the face of all of these emotionally charged causes and not expect these people to target you. You are putting yourself in the bullseye. We have enough problems as black people by just being black. We don't need to go out and look for other problems, and that's what you liberal-minded black Negroes do. Y'all look for problems, and when you find the problems, you cry about it. You cry about it. You can't do it. Like I said, I just recently, about a week or two ago, some nigga online tried to browbeat me or guilt trip me, talking about what happened, talking about we need to support the trans, what happens if it's a black trans person that get discriminated on. I'm like, it's not my business. First of all, I shouldn't even know that nigga trans. You know, how he sexually identified or she sexually identified, that's their business. Now, if they want to focus on them being black and being targeted, that's one thing that we can talk about. But if you're going to make your reason of being targeted because you trans, something that nobody should even know. You being gay, something that nobody should even know. No more than nobody should know I'm straight. We don't know. How you sexually identify, sexually move is nobody's business. And we should not make ourselves the faces of all forms of antagonistic activisms, knowing them people on the other side are mentally unstable. You can't do it, my brothers and sisters. Y'all need to stop. I mean, I'm trying to think of non-street type examples of this, man, but I really can't. I mean, it's like you asking for trouble. You cannot ask for trouble without getting that trouble. I got a cool street story I could tell to kind of solidify this, man, but you know, I have to be careful as to what I say on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But let me say it, hypothetically, in a mythical world, in a parallel universe, there was another Kush out there on the set, right? And they had this cat that didn't like Kush. You know, the cat used to actually take contract, you know, on people, right? So he was a wig splitter. You know, he did it for pay. He was well known to take contracts on people, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't like Kush for some reason. And he would walk by and look at Kush all funny and shit, but never really say nothing. Kush would just ignore him. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He'd walk by and be looking at Kush all crazy and shit. And Kush boy be like, man, you got this nigga looking at you. You know, I'm like, calm down. Just leave it alone, bro. Let's keep making our money, you know. Because that's how Kush was. Kush is shook proof. Kush that Kush in that parallel universe, that nigga was shook proof. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't going to shake him. You know, you could boot him up, pull out your gun, stroke your gun, do anything you want to do. It didn't matter to that dude. That dude there was shook proof. He just didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you was about, he was about. Whatever you thought you was about, he was about it. Whatever you fantasized about being about, he was about it. So that dude didn't care. So anyway, after months go by of this dude just kind of slick side rubbing Kush the wrong way, he finally reached the point where Kush has had enough. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, this dude has got a big reputation, right? He's Billy Badass, right? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, he got a few bodies under his belt. Ooh. But again, Kush was shook proof. You know what I'm saying? Kush didn't care. So this dude looks at Kush crazy one last time and mumbles something under his breath. And Kush didn't hear him. So Kush asked one of the ladies out there, did you hear what he said? What he said? He said something about, you know, he's tired of you. You know what I'm saying? And something gonna do something. That's all I heard. I'm like, okay. So now Kush is tired. So Kush knows where the dude be at. He knows his general vicinity where he be at, right? You know what I'm saying? So Kush goes around there and looking for him. He spots the dude, right? And he rides down on him. Kush jumps out. Dude pulls out his hammer. Kush jumps out with his hammer. And Kush go to hitting at him. Now, dude don't even try to hit back. He gets scared because all this time he's been pushing his luck. And he, for some reason, thought the rumors about Kush were a lie. He didn't know Kush didn't give a fuck. He didn't know that Kush is crazy. Kush needs to be put in a mental asylum, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got mental problems. He just don't give a fuck. So Kush sees him reach for his gun. He don't give a fuck. Kush still coming. You know what I'm saying? Dude put out his gun like he gonna say, and Kush coming. He don't give a fuck. He's coming. So he's banging in. Dude try to scram and stuff because now he's never seen this amount of aggressive violence towards him. He wasn't prepared for it. So he takes out running. Just like the real hoe that he really was, right? He takes out running. So when Kush get back on the set, everybody's mumbling, talking about, man, if Kush miss him, he gonna have problems because this ain't gonna go down like Kush thinking down. So I made a statement, excuse me. So Kush made a statement in the parallel universe. He told everybody and said, I just try to spank this nigga. And I'ma stand right here and see if he bad enough to come get me. I'ma wait. Nigga never came. So Kush went back around there again and kept going until the nigga literally waved the white flag and called a truce to an old gangster. Now, that's what happened in the parallel universe. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what happened in the parallel universe. You know, that's just something that traveled through the universe that I happen to get wind of. But the point is, what did this nigga think that Kush was going to do? You heard the stories of this dude. You knew this dude is a gunslinger. You knew this dude did not give a fuck. This dude had been shot multiple times, stabbed multiple times, and he still comes back for more. You know how this dude is, but yet you still fucking with him. What did you think he was going to do? And this is the question I have to ask the liberal-minded black Americans. These people on the other side are crazy. You are fucking with these people. They already don't like you for no reason. And now you are finding every reason in the book to add on to that. You are joining this. You are the face of that. You are the face of, and the crazy thing is, everybody that you are the face of their causes can't stand black people. That LGBT, ABDC community can't stand black people. Particularly not the white feminists. Can't stand black women. But black women put their heads on the chopping boards in a second for these people. Black people in general put their head on the chopping board for the alphabet community. They can't stand black people. Black liberals are just as racist. Maybe not as many or proportionate. I don't even know if that's safe to say, because truth be told, not every white voter that vote with Republican is a racist. I mean, that's just being truthful. It's just the majority of them. You know, I would think it's safe to say that the majority, if not the overwhelming majority of them, are racist. But on the Democrat side, they did the poll already during Obama's thing. They say that a lot of them white folks that voted for Obama, but they still found implicit racism among all these people. That at a certain point, these people are also racist. The threshold is set in a different level, right? The Republican side, they don't have a threshold. They just hate you. On the liberal side, they got a certain degree of everywhere they'll tolerate you, and then they hate you. But the point is, none of these people really like us. And you are out there putting your middle finger up at these people. Nah. We gonna champion this cause. We gonna champion that cause. Everybody gonna use us to push their agenda. And you are making yourself the target of lunatics. The target of psychopaths. I'm talking from the police to the dude working at Pizza Hut. You are making yourself the target of these crazy ass people. What do you think they're going to do if you keep fucking with them? They're gonna make us the target. So no, Angela Nixon, is that her name? Let me make sure I get her name right. Angie Nixon. No, Angie Nixon, you can cry all you want. Y'all are putting a target on us. You are endangering all of us. You are the reason why it's getting scary for us to go shop at a grocery store. Because you are constantly doing things, siding with people that you know you shouldn't be siding with. God damn it, we should not have gay books in elementary schools. Period. We shouldn't have gender inclusionary books in elementary school. Period. Come on. This is not even debatable. We should not be targeting our children, little kids, with all of this kinds of stuff. Putting in their minds that they want sexually augmentating surgeries and all this stuff. We should not be doing that. But yet we are the face of it all. We are supporting anything these crazy ass liberal white folks come up with. We jump out front and take the lead on it. And now you sitting back crying that now you are getting the reaction that you asked for? Nah, you liberal niggas gotta understand, bro. Them people on the side are crazy. But you ain't dealing with people that's fucking playing, bro. These people don't play over there, man. They don't play over there. I mean, you can't, you keep antagonizing these people. These people are miserable. They are mad. They are upset. Their lives ain't shit. They don't have a future. Their future is bleak. You know what I'm saying? All they see is despair in their future. I mean, a lot of them don't feel like they have nothing to live for anyway. So you surprised they snapping out? And you around here antagonizing these people? Come on, don't do that, man. Don't do that. So I don't agree with Angie Nixon. You know what I'm saying? She can cry all she want to cry. I don't blame DeSantis. Because DeSantis should not have to be pushing back on stuff like 1619 and critical race theory being shoved down the throat. Listen, bro, black people, if y'all believe that that's your story, that's one thing. Don't shove it down the throat of white folks. You're not going to change how these people feel about you no matter what you do. So leave them people alone. Why are you trying to force? You can't guilt trip these people. They believe in slavery. Look, if the belief, and I've met white folks that be so happy when I tell them that slavery is a myth and a lie. They be like, oh, I believe it too, because they embarrassed by that stuff. But the average conservative-minded white person is not embarrassed by that. They are not ashamed of it. They don't want to hear it because they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to shove down the throats of their children because they just don't want to shove down the throats of their children. It's not that they feel guilty about it. You are not going to make them feel guilty. DeSantis should not have to be taking that stuff out of school because we should not be trying to shove that down their throats anyway. We should not be doing it. But y'all won't shove nothing proper down their throats. Y'all won't talk about being indigenous and how blacks were in the Americas before they came. Y'all won't talk about that. Everything is slavery. Everything is victimhood. Some people don't want to hear that shit, bro. Hell, I don't want to hear it. I don't want no critical race theory shit coming at me. I don't want no 1619 type shit coming at me. I don't want no roots type shit coming at me, man. No 12 years a slave type shit. I never watched none of that shit, bro. I don't participate in that shit. There's a reason why that reboot of Roots failed. The one with Elders Hodges in it flopped. I never watched one episode, so don't ask me how it was. All I know is it flopped. I don't even think it finished the whole season. It flopped. Because nobody wants to see that shit. Not blacks, no whites. Nobody's trying to hear that shit, bro. Nobody. So DeSantis shouldn't have to take this stuff out because we shouldn't be forcing that down their throats anyway. He shouldn't be having to take over, what was it, Houston School? They done shut down all of the libraries in the Houston School District in elementary school. And they got, once again, they found a black chick talking about how when she was in elementary school, how she was reading all the time, checking out 10 books. Bitch, lying. Because I don't remember a library at all when I was in elementary school. I'm sitting here racking my brain. I asked my wife, did y'all have libraries in elementary school? And she couldn't remember. She's like, I don't think so. Now, granted, she grew up in Germany. But, I'm like, I don't think we had libraries. Because what kid in elementary school is checking out books anyway? And then the books are full of transgender type stuff, homosexual type stuff. Why do you have these books in the library for elementary students? Why? They shouldn't have to take over the school district in Houston, man, just so they could shut down all these fucking libraries in the school that's full of all these gender inclusion books and homosexual books. Because them books shouldn't even be in a children's library. They have had parents show up at meetings, at school board meetings, reading from out of the books. And the white folks sitting on the school board, they get uncomfortable and tell them, you can't read that. That stuff is not appropriate. And the parents like, it's not appropriate? Oh, so it's not appropriate for adults to hear this stuff, but the children can read it? I mean, the level of insanity coming from you Democrats right now. You nigga Democrats. Why are y'all supporting that stuff? And not just supporting it, why are y'all making yourselves the faces of the activism of their causes? Don't do that. Because you know as a black man or black woman, schools shouldn't have those kind of books. Particularly not elementary schools. Should not have those kind of books. But see, they're trying to get to the children where they're the most impressionable. Because by high school, they're not gonna read those kind of books. You can have all those books in the library. Them kids fucking already. If they gay, they straight. They're not gonna care about them books. Them books is not gonna influence them one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to catch the kids at as young as possible. You can't tell me that this is not a form of targeted indoctrination. And guess who's the face of it? We are. So every time these white folks think about how their children are targeted, they think about a black person. For every time they think about all these damn immigrants that they hating coming across the border, they think about a black person. Every time they see all this 2 bathrooms, trans bathroom, this bathroom, they think about a black person. We are making ourselves the faces of everything people hate, and you don't expect a reaction. You honestly don't respect a reaction. Y'all don't know what world y'all live in. I don't know what world y'all live in. But I agree with the Texas, with Houston down there taking over the schools and shutting down all those libraries and elementary schools. I agree with it. They shouldn't have those books in the library anyway. Hell, we don't want to hear some of the content in them books. We adults. That should have made me start squirming with my wild ass. You know what I'm saying? Wild as my ass is, man, if you was to read that stuff to me, especially around kids or women, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get uncomfortable. Which means our children should not be reading it. They should not be given access to that stuff through public education. No. So I agree with DeSantis. I agree with what they're doing in Texas. I agree with all the conservative governors. Stop that stuff. Stop the 1619. Stop the critical race theory. Stop all this inclusion stuff. Stop it all. I agree with them. Stop it all, because they're targeting that stuff at elementary schools, which shouldn't even be an argument. See, if the liberal side wasn't trying to target and indoctrinate children, they will all agree that this should be off limits to children at them ages. Truthfully, it should be off limits in school, in grade school, period. Period. K through 12, it should be off limits. This should be something at the earliest made available in college. It should be off limits in grade school, period. Y'all know that, bruh. But no, y'all wants to be the face of everything these people hate. They already hate you because you're black, and you just want to add on to it and add on to it. And now this chick sitting up there crying and shit, all in tears and shit. Man, go cry me a river. Go cry me a river, man. We need to stop being the faces of everything, bro. Y'all are making it hard on us. You liberal niggas are putting targets on our backs. Y'all doing it. Y'all are doing it. And you conservative coons ain't no better. Y'all think kissing them people ass gonna make a difference. Nigga, them people don't care about you. You can wear all the black for Trump shirts all you want and black voices for Trump all you want. The people don't care about you. No amount of ass kissing is gonna change the way these people feel about you. And that's the fact of the matter. But you know that. You just a coon. You just a coon. That's all you are. You're a coon. Just call it what it is. You're a coon. On one side, these niggas are slaves to the extreme wing of the Democratic Party, which is really what would have co-opted the quote unquote liberal wing. You know what I'm saying? They are slaves to these people. They do whatever these people want, or they just support them blindly, or they support them actively. It doesn't matter. But I mean, we shouldn't be the face of all this stuff, man. Come on, man. There was a time, man, when you wouldn't have got no black person to justify the targeting of children with this kind of thing. They'd be like, nah, man, leave the kids out of that. You know, I mean, and I'm talking about just 30 years ago. Maybe even 25 years ago. You couldn't have paid the black person to talk about this stuff like it was cool. They'd be like, nah, man, leave the kids out of that. Nah, don't do that. The children? Nah, man. Leave the kids out of that, bro. Now y'all get online, get on TV, and talk like there's nothing wrong with putting homosexual content in books and making them accessible to little children as young as 10 years old. But again, If I touch a 10-year-old, I need to be put in front of firing squad. Hell, if I touch a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, y'all want me in prison for the rest of my goddamn life. But they can want to be homosexual, they can want to be trans, they can want to have surgeries and all kinds of stuff as young as 9 years old, and y'all to get online and on TV and talk like that's okay. Come on, man. Y'all going, I don't want y'all representing me, man. This is the problem I'm having all of y'all, bro. I don't want y'all representing me, man. Because that's insanity. I have no problem with you feeling like everybody should have a right to go their own way and be what they want to be. Because I feel that way. Hell, I'll be the first to vote for the right. I'll go register to vote for the right of the gay community and the trans. I mean, they should have a right to be who they are and be in peace. But they don't want to be in peace. They want to lead. They want to be the leaders and the controllers and the dictators of society. That's a problem. It ain't gonna happen. Because first of all, they are a very, very, very small fractional minority group. Which means the only power they can have has to be given to them through government. And this is why y'all motivate the Republican base so strongly. This is why y'all losing black vote. I'm surprised there's not more black people voting Republican, to be honest. Again, my beef is you niggas trying to take up for Trump. That's my beef. I can understand why you don't want to vote Democrat. And if you feel like you need to vote, you vote Democrat. I mean, vote Republican. Just like I can understand why a Democrat voter don't want to vote Republican. I can understand both sides. But I can understand how anybody can support Biden. And I can understand how anybody can support Trump, particularly or specifically. That I don't understand. That's coonery. That's coonery. Because that's idol worship. That's not supporting a social political side. That's idol worshiping of an individual who don't give a fuck about y'all. Biden don't care about you niggas and Trump don't care about you niggas. Understand that. So we got to stop making ourselves the faces of everything, man. And sitting around being dumbfounded when some shit happen, when some shit pop off and we get the short end of the stick. We're going to continue to get the short end of the stick, man, because we making everybody mad, bro. We can't piss everybody off, man. We can't constantly everybody tie their causes to being black. We got to start saying, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Look, your cause is not our cause, you know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't against you, but we ain't about to advocate on behalf of you, you know what I'm saying? That's your cause. You go deal with that yourself. That's the kind of approach we got to start taking, but we're not going to take that approach. Now being gay is the same as being black. Now being trans is the same as being black. Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to stop this stuff, bro. We got to stop this stuff, bro. So anyway, that's my rant on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not blaming DeSantis for what he's doing. No more than I'm blaming none of these Republican governors. You know, and they doing the right thing. They doing the right thing, man. They pushing back on stuff that just blatantly crazy. Even California is being forced to push back on some of this stuff. You know it's bad when them fuckers in California are starting to draw lines and say, okay, that's enough. That's when it's bad. So, I mean, till next time, Brown Brother Kush, aka the Black Alpha. Salam.